College Football Update with your host, Sean Spencer and Alex Loosemore.
This being College Football Update. And look, let's go ahead and let's get right into it. Alex, I'm coming to you first. We alluded to this last week. And for those of you that did not watch, last week we did our show on the draft Saturday. We did our show, draft preview, talked about some of these college guys, went around offense, defense, special teams, just kind of looked at who we thought some of the top guys were, which positions we thought were the deepest. Now we're going to take a look into that and dive deep. Who are some of these guys that, they might not get all the attention now, but they will definitely make a roster and they can make an impact this year. So, Alex, I'm coming to you first, man. Some sleepers. Who you got, buddy?
All right, so I got three. I got two in the trenches and one on the outside. My first one, I'm going to Chapel Hill there. Willie Lampkin, the UNC interior offensive lineman. I really like his game. An absolute road grader, very physical, and I think he's going to be great at the next level here in a steal, probably third, fourth round. A guy that's getting overshadowed by his teammate on the same defensive line, also plays defensive tackle. Ole Miss defensive tackle J.J. Pegas, I think is how you say his name. He's third, fourth, fifth round in there, but I think he could be a difference maker. Obviously, Walter Nolan played right beside him. Overshadowed him a lot, but this guy is physical. I love his run stuffing ability. And my last one, kind of a guy, I just saw his name today actually and just looked him up a bit more, but Jalen Royals, the Utah State wide receiver.
I heard about him.
Didn't get to play much the last couple of years, got in this year. Was well over 1,000 yards, well over 10 touchdowns, and then showed out at the combine, tied for the highest or the quickest 10-yard split. Very fast, great route running, great hands. I don't think this guy's getting enough love, and he'll be an absolute steal probably day 3.
Ooh, I love that. Yeah, I just started to hear about Royals and kind of the journey and where he came from, and I'm eager to see what he's able to do. If he gets picked up. EK, my man, what you got?
What's up, Sean? So I've got. I'll go for the three pick 'em too. It's going to be a little repetitive from the last time we talked, just because I mentioned some guys I love. Louisville quarterback Tyler Show. Never know if I pronounce it right. Absolutely love every time I got to watch him play. Big arm, big kid. The thing I love about him most, he reminds me, he's got a little of the Phillip Rivers, Matthew Stafford, throwing from all different arm angles. Just a really, really, really impressive kid. And being under the tutelage of Brom doesn't hurt either. Also a big fan of Scourton out of Texas A&M. I think I mentioned I had nightmares about him for about 8 months as we prepared for Texas A&M. Isn't coming with the same hype he did into the draft this year as it was anticipated that he might. I think he's going to be a steal. He can rush the passer. He's really good at stopping the run, and he's actually not too shabby in coverage either. So I think someone's going to get a steal with that. And then, without diving too deep, there's a few safeties. Kind of looking for a sleeper. I really, really like Jonas Sanker out of UVA. When you can be impactful on that terrible of a team and defense as he was. He really cleaned it up. He hits hard. Coverage skills are a bit better than I think he's given credit for. So those are a few of my favorites coming into this one.
Oh, I love that. Will Kramer, my friend, what you think, man? Who you looking at? Will, are you there? Maybe you can't hear me. All right. You go, okay. Yes, I'll go. Somebody that I was thinking about last time, and I can't believe I did not mention it. I actually talked to Eric about it the day before. We were talking about some things. Seth Hennigan out of Memphis, 4-year starter, incredible poise in and out of the pocket, great patience in finding a second and third receiver. Accuracy is a little at question. So I don't know how he's going to get, if he gets drafted. It's going to be later, if that at all. So it's going to be interesting to see where he lands. But the guy is a natural winner. The guy broke all the conference records and a lot of the school records over at Memphis. I mean, the guy is poised, tough. One of the guys that I think, in this obviously quarterback draft, it's only top heavy, those two guys, and then it's a drop off in everybody's opinion. I think this is a guy that if he's able to get on a team in the right situation, could have great success and could be a solid leader on a team. And then next, obviously, I got to go with my position, running back. And if you watch college football, you don't think this guy would be a steal or would be a sleeper, but kind of where he went to school and the fact that the team didn't really do great is kind of bringing him down. Alex, you and I have mentioned him a lot. Devin Neal out of Kansas. The guy is explosive. The guy's electric. 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. His last 2, he had back-to-back 1,200-yard and 16 touchdown seasons. We've all seen how Kansas has come up this last couple years, but just can't seem to get over that hump. And I think this is a case where the inability for Kansas to consistently win hurts his process. He didn't get all the eyes on him. And, for any of you that anybody that's watched him, just how electric, how explosive this guy is. So any team that gets him, I'm hoping Washington's paying attention, because any team that gets him, he is definitely an X factor on a team. And then I don't know if this is one of your guys, but I got to go to College Park on this one. Number 10, Ty Felton. The guy showed up this year, almost 100 catches, 96 catches, 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns. When I look at him, the first thought I have, looking at his build and just obviously 10 and everything, is Tyreek Hill. You know what I mean? And you see him in some of those games. He is explosive. He is not cheetah speed, but he's definitely an explosive and kind of a gadget guy. And if you get him in there in those right situations, man, he can really take the top off. So I'm eager to see what he's doing. He's looking like maybe a 5th-round pick or lower, but he's one of those guys that I think could be a steal. Will, are you back with us?
Yeah. See, this is why I don't do virtual backgrounds, fellas. All I do is when you start getting close to me, I get the spinning wheel. So, yeah, sorry about that. I have some. So I'm going to start off on offense. And, Sean, you named one of my guys, but I'm just going to do the running back room.
Yeah.
It's so hard with this draft to figure out where to go, because you've seen the success that Detroit and Atlanta had of grabbing a running back early and making that dynamic back that you've got there. Or you can go later and wait for guys in the 2nd round and the 3rd round, and still be prolific. So it's really difficult with all this talent to come from, to kind of figure out which route to go. But some guys that, like you mentioned, Sean, if you're looking for some speed, Devin Neal out of Kansas, you said that. Brashard Smith out of SMU. Some guys that, they're not going to be, your every down back, but they're your 3rd down specialist. DJ Giddens out of Kansas State. Yeah. And then if you're looking for some guys who can be maybe first down, 2nd down, and then that may be it, you're looking at an RJ Harvey out of Central Florida, Damian Martinez out of Miami, Taj Brooks out of Texas Tech. There's so many. It's really hard. Washington's a team that needs a running back. It's I don't know when you go in and go get it. So I think running backs can be a fun position group to watch, and we may start to see a run, whether it's the 2nd round, whether it's the 3rd round. You may start to see those runs where teams are like, oh shoot, we got one gone, then the other guy went, so we need to jump up and grab these guys earlier than they were ready to. So that'll be fun. The other offensive guy that I'm really curious to see what happens to him, because he was very hyped after one really good season, and then he did nothing this past year, is Juice Wells out of Ole Miss. Had he come out after his season in South Carolina, he probably would be a top, a day 2 pick. And now you didn't hear anything about him. So it'll be curious to see what his measurables, what his testing does. On defense, I'm doing what Alex likes, the interior guys. I'm looking at a guy out of Indiana named CJ West. All right. I'm curious to see, in the mid rounds what he goes. And then the other dude, he's a Terp, Jordan Phillips. And so just kind of seeing, in that mid rounds, that 3rd to 5, where he may go. So those are some of the guys I've got my eyes on, where I'm hearing some positive things about.
Oh, I like that. Absolutely, absolutely. And I think and I think we could all agree this is one of the best parts of the draft. We all know the top players. We all know the first round, who's going to be in the first couple rounds. But it's looking for these guys. Who are going to be the steals, the second day, third day gems that come out there and really make an impact on a team. We all know about, say, Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, the last quarterback taken, who got the opportunity in a great situation and just took off. Now he's going to get paid. These are the type of guys that want and live for that opportunity to get their shot. And most likely they'll be playing in the spring games and the bowl games, because they're not the top tier guys that get looked at all the time. But we watch them, Will. We watch. Absolutely. Oh, man. What is going on? Anthony saying E-Money in the building. And Alex is on the screen. Absolutely. Actually, we are live. So, hey, and look, let us know, guys, some of your sleepers, some of the people that you think could come out and, if they get in the right situation, on the right team, could really, truly make an impact. We're just scratching the surface of this conversation. But since we touched on it all Saturday, I didn't want to go too deep into it.